comes to amusement parks, it's not just a small world. Sometimes it's a weird one. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 bizarre theme parks.
It's quite vigorous. I think sometimes it's better to just...
For this list, we're looking at parks with an unusual theme, design, or other element. They must be actual parks, not just ideas that haven't made it past the planning stage. But they don't necessarily have to be open for business anymore. Number 10. Abashiri Prison. So you've got an abandoned prison and don't know what to do with it. Why not make it into a fun-filled theme park? The Meiji-era Abashiri Prison was one of Japan's most notorious jails, known for its cruel treatment and inhumane conditions. For tourists and vacationers just wishing they could have experienced this, Abashiri Prison is now a museum/theme park that features animatronic inmates and guards, recreating a somewhat sanitized version of those days gone by. Sounds like a good time for all ages if you ask us. Number 9. Wonderland Calc. Abandoned prisons are one thing, but what about abandoned unfinished nuclear power plants? That just screams family fun to us, and it does to a whole lot of other people too. Germany's Wonderland Calc, built just outside of Dusseldorf, attracts more than 500,000 guests annually. Visitors can scale the old cooling tower and hope nobody decides to put it in operation before they reach the top. The site was abandoned before any nuclear materials were ever delivered, but parents might want to make sure their kids don't start glowing, just in case. Number 8. Action Park.
Action Park doesn't strip you down. Action Park lets you soar because you control the action.
Although this park reopened under its original name in 2014, multitudes of folks that lived in the New York, New Jersey area during the original park's heyday from the late 70s to the mid-90s remember it well.
These are the most amazing rides in the world. I love it here.
Hey, who could forget a park that produced 6 fatalities among its guests and was known for its unsafe rides and stoned or drunk employees?
The employees at the park were just young local Vernon kids, and they smoke a bowl and then they come to work and then they're like, yeah, go ahead.
Accidents at the original park were so frequent that the nearby town had to invest in new ambulances to keep up with the demand. The new action park seems to be a much safer environment, but memories of the original are still attached to the name, as well as its nickname, Class Action Park.
Whenever somebody got hurt or there was a fatality, it was terribly tragic. The drownings were difficult. We had a few.
Number 7. Daeju Loveland. South Korean honeymooners have enjoyed Daeju Island for decades, especially those that are the result of arranged marriages and therefore need to both relax and learn a thing or two. So it makes some sense that in 2004, an enterprising developer opened a special sex education theme park there. Now these newlyweds, and anyone else who cares to, can view a variety of how-to sex films, explore interactive artwork, and stroll past sculptures of sexually inclined people. Note to the guys, the phallus statues may raise some expectations that most men will find hard to live up to.
So when I first came to Korea, I would never envisage that I would be walking on a giant penis shaft.
Number 6. Beijing Shijingshan Amusement Park. Here is a dilemma for a government. How do you give your residents the joys of Disneyland without forcing them to travel too far, and without paying for the rights to the characters? If you're China, you just build your own and claim everything is based on public domain fairy tales. Shijingshan Amusement Park near Beijing features a Cinderella-like castle and characters that are somehow very familiar, although some reports indicate that the questionable characters have since been removed. This is still an infamous bizarre theme park. Well, they say imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. Disney, take comfort. Number 5. Ishkivenimo Drama, or the Soviet Bunker.
5 meters underground, in the damp, stale air, freedom suddenly feels far away.
Who can forget the good old days of communist occupation? Apparently not Lithuania. The country's Grutas Park, also known as Stalins World, features sculptures about the Soviet era. If that's not enough, anyone can visit Ishki Venimo Drama, which recreates life in an actual Soviet bunker to remind people how rough life was in those days.
If you are in the place where you cannot escape, and if you are shouted at, and if you don't understand, very easily you feel that you are nobody. And that's the feeling we had.
Your 2 to 3 hour tour allows you to live a genuine Gulag experience, complete with gas mask, guards, dogs, and real prison food. Yum! This may be your idea of a good time, but if it is, don't smile. The guards don't like prisoners to look too happy. And yes, you do have to sign a waiver before going in. Why do you ask?
And for a trip down memory lane, there's the sinister lady doctor. This may be the Western stereotype of life in the USSR, but all the equipment here is genuine.
Number 4. Kingdom of the Little People.
I like your outfit. Is that the character that you play in the show?
Founded in 2009, China's Kingdom of the Little People has been mired in controversy almost from day one.
There are only 3 requirements to work here, says owner Cheng Mingjing. No infectious diseases, no one older than 50, and no one taller than 4'3".
Also called the Dwarf Empire, it features dozens of little people on display in a village of quaint, mushroom-shaped houses. The many opponents claim that this exploits the workers, who are presented as essentially zoo animals to be stared and laughed at. Supporters, however, point out that the park gives employment opportunities to a population with fewer job prospects.
Number
3. Dismaland.
This is a theme park like no other.
Few theme parks can also claim to be art, but Dismaland can. Created as a pop-up exhibition by famed street artist Banksy, Dismaland Bemusement Park features work by 58 artists. Banksy has called it a family theme park unsuitable for children. During its 36-day existence in 2015, visitors could watch a book burning, witness a pumpkin coach catastrophe, or ride a merry-go-round with a disturbing figure holding a knife. This dystopian wonderland may have been ghoulish, but it also made visitors think, like all art should.
A place where all your dreams come true.
Number 2. Hoparvilla.
If you want to see weird and wacky Singapore, this is a place. Best of all, admission is free.
Originally founded by the brothers who developed the heat rub Tiger Balm, Singapore's Tiger Balm Gardens became the odd Hoparvilla Dragon World in 1988. The description may not sound unusual, as the park is intended to explore Chinese and Confucian mythology and history. But in practice, it's another story. Many of the numerous dioramas simply depict historical events. But then there's the big event, the 10 Courts of Hell, which is every bit as lovely as it sounds, as it illustrates traditional depictions of hell in Chinese mythology and Buddhism. For those hoping to give their kiddies nightmares, it cannot be beat.
We're here at the 6th court. Now you're wondering, what would people possibly do to deserve all this crap? Sawing in half, possession of pornographic material, and wasting food.
Before we reveal our number 1 pick, here are some honorable mentions.
Number 园区内，你可以随处看见身穿卡通造型的动漫人物。
Number 1. Holy Land Experience.
Imagine a place where you can see the Bible come to life. From the Garden of Eden and the historic land of Israel, through the life of Jesus, to the glory of heaven.
Orlando, Florida is overflowing with world-famous amusement parks, so it may not be surprising if this one has eluded your attention. However, if you're in the mood to watch a daily recreation of the crucifixion of Jesus Christ, the Holy Land Experience is just the ticket, as it's the recreation of 1st century Jerusalem.
Now, is this your tomb? Is this a real rock?
No, it's just all cement. They just kind of, cemented in there some more visual.
In addition to its church services and Bible studies, the park also has some interesting artwork. Anyone up for a painting of Jesus in the boxing ring? But wait, there's more! Kids can also get a photo op of themselves walking on water or riding a motorcycle with Jesus. Who says religion has to be boring?
And then see it at the Holy Land Experience in Orlando, Florida.
Do you agree with our list?
Test yourself!
What other weird and unusual theme parks should we have included? For more enthralling top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
The soldiers tried to clear the narrow